every half hour I have somebody else in my chair.
Right.
So it's life experience. But you really do have to have that will.
You've been dealing with public, and many times difficult public when it's a personal services like that.
Yes.
You've got to be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Right,
And
to be successful.
John should have met you 30 years ago.
Right.
And you could have been our stylist the whole time.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
It is now.
Now, Wendy, let me ask you this. It sounds like your family is a family of capitalists, business people,
I
entrepreneurs.
like that, capitalists.
They'll like that also.
Yeah.
Capitalism is still alive and well, and
I would also point out, Bert, that their
USA.
family is from Connecticut.
I won't hold that against them. I haven't held that against you, John, and I'm reminded of it weekly.
And actually, me and my sister married brothers, so we're a very
That's it.
close family. Torsanis are
Yeah.
well known in Bowie. They've been here
They
a long
are.
time.
Well, you remember Mark
know
used to
them
do the
well.
haunted house.
He still does.
Yeah.
At
So he does?
Baysax,
Yeah, but it's not the same as it was when it was on
Oh,
Tulip Grove.
yeah.
Yeah.
Robin got tired of people traipsing through her house, so
Oh, I
Is that
can
right?
imagine.
they had to
yeah.
move it to Baysax Stadium. So
And that was a community activity.
Yeah.
yes,
Offered
Yes,
to the
very
community.
much so.
It's not the same now. It was more personal at
It
their
was.
house, but it's still it's
It's
awesome.
great.
It just they outgrew it doing it on Tulip Grove.
Yeah.
That's great.
The lines were going up the sidewalk.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, even when Mark was at Outback, he was a big supporter of Prince George's Police Department and did a lot of charity for the local
Sure.
sports. And so, you know, they really believed in Bowie, as me and Dina do. Because we live here and we raise our children, we really believe in the town.
Well, that's good to hear, because Bowie gets a bad rap every now and again from people who really don't know it that well.
Right.
And that's
you
too
know,
bad.
Well, it's not only too bad, it's wrong.
It is wrong.
It's a
made-
very decent community indeed.
Sure. Made quite a contribution to the early days of the Bowie Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
In his early days of business. Now, how long was he there, Wendy? At Outback?
He was there for 10 years.
10 years.
Wasn't
too?
that long?
Yeah, he was there for 10 years.
Well, he
He's
opened
been
it, right?
Gone for,
He opened
I'd say
it,
4.
right.
He opened it. He was the
Yeah.
original proprietor.
He had 2 5-year terms.
Yes.
That's generally the practice.
Yes.
You know? And he decided not to take the third 5-year
Right,
term.
correct. He always wanted to open up his own restaurant, and he wanted something a little smaller and less stressful than
Sure.
a big restaurant such as Outback, as fabulous as it was, and it was a great opportunity for him.
Yeah.
That's a nice place. I've been in there, in
Yes.
Dunkirk.
Oh, have you really?
Oh,
I
at
haven't
the, at the
been
John
there.
Chesapeake Grill and Deli?
Yeah.
You've been in there?
Yes. My daughter's been in there frequently. She
Okay.
lives in Orange, right below there. They don't do a lot of eating out there. Generally, they go somewhere to eat out, you know, like Pirates Cove or whatever. But she had children in there and seemed to enjoy it. So I'll remind her that who it is that owns the place.
Please
now.
do.
Yeah.
He works very
And,
hard.
I know, Mark, that we've had a lot of regard, my whole family has, of him and some of the business that their scientists have done with my sons.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea of the Outback and the approach they had, you think it may have changed now because of management makes a big difference in any
Absolutely.
business? Big difference?
Not to say anything
though it's
against
a
anyone, and I
franchise.
wouldn't, but I believe that Mark Torsani gave it his personal touch.
Oh, he did.
And he
Okay.
was out there talking to the patrons, and you could ask patrons to this day.
Yeah.
Many people do not know about his new restaurant coming in, and I believe when they find out, Mark will
good.
not have a problem.
Well, it's a
getting
scoop
people-
right here
There you
on
go.
this channel. We
There
have
you go.
scooped it.
That's
New
good.
restaurant
Okay.
Bowie, and
Well-
boy, do we need one.
We do. So
And
I think
I
that
didn't even know
I
that
think that Mark speaks for himself.
Did you know that one
His
down
name
the
speaks
street
for
has
himself.
closed? What is it, Papa's Grill?
Pomo Grill.
Palma Grill.
That's where we came
That's
up
where-
with our idea. We were sitting
sitting
at
there?
Pomo Grill.
With a bottle of wine. Imagine that.
No, I can't imagine that. I didn't know
Great
they were out of
ideas.
business. I just found out.
We loved Pomo Grill.
Yeah.
all
It was a
gone.
great little place. It was.
My son
But
frequently
that's okay because we're
liked
going to have some great restaurants at Hilltop Plaza.
We
now.
are.
Yeah.
And I think
And we won't
yes,
have to go down that way.
There's several opening from what I understand.
Is that right? Do you have any idea what?
Caribbean.
The
what is it?
Muffin Man.
Muffin.
Oh, well, there's a
Caribbean
big
It's a
Cafe.
Caribbean cafe.
one. Jerk chicken and pulled pork and all that. sort of
Yeah,
thing.
why not?
We'll find out.
I'll try Mark's.
Will he be on the front side or back side?
He'll be on the front side. So after you're done
okay.
eating at Chesapeake Grill and Deli, you can come to Every Second Counts consignment shop and shop in
there
our
we
store. Or before, because we close at 5.
The Bowie Inn used to pull a lot of people.
Yes.
I was going to say that I haven't been to as often to the Hilltop Plaza as I was when the Bowie Inn was around.
That's where Outback is now, right? It was the Bowie Inn.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
And it had a drive. I remember it had a little drive-through window
drive-through,
that you
yeah,
could purchase.
for booze.
Well, I don't remember that. I just remember
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
That
Yeah.
was when the big liquor stores would
So
do it.
it's been there a long
Big
It
time.
was, yeah.
And
of
I
course
think the
guy that
Storches
owned
always
it-
owned it, didn't they? Frank Storch, his family always owned Hilltop
I believe
Plaza.
so. I
Yeah.
can't remember
Yes.
anyone
Yeah,
else.
Yes.
Leo Storch and
Yeah.
Frank. They built it, as I
Yeah.
remember, I heard. But
Well, I must say I'm pleased with what they're doing with it now.
Well,
I think it's
considering he doesn't
great.
live in Bowie, I think it's wonderful that he's putting the money into
Yeah.
sure.
the plaza for all of us that do live here.
They still plan to put the townhouse development on the backside of
Wow,
across from you.
I don't. I think
They-
that has a lot to do with
It's up in the
permits and
air.
stuff, and yeah, that's not
Up in the
something
air.
that I
That's up
know
in the
anything
air.
Up
about.
in there. Okay, I didn't like the idea, quite frankly.
No, I don't like that idea either.
But
We have enough housing.
you got profit and it's legal, do it. The other idea of the guy that owned the Bowie Inn, he was quite active in the community.
Yeah, Harry Karukas.
Everyone in
I
the
didn't know.
community knew Harry Caruth.
He just died recently, I understand.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
And it was sort of the meeting place, quite frankly. And it was good food.
Yeah, the food was a bit.
Several people
He lived
that
here in
worked
Bowie?
there.
Huh?
Did he live here
Yeah,
in Bowie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has had another place over in Crofton later. But yeah, he's an old-time Bowie resident.
So what are your plans for the future?
You know, I was a full-time mom for 18 years.
That was long enough.
Huh?
That's long enough.
I know it was long enough. So Dina, my first one, went off to college. She's at the Corcoran College of Art and Design, and that's why Dina was like, "You have the time. You love people. You're creative. You need to get out there." And I can't thank her enough, actually, because it's been the best thing for me. It really has.
Get that in writing.
No, it has, because I volunteered in the school system. I was a huge volunteer, and but that's all done. So
Yeah.
it's really nice fun
Yeah,
starting this
I think
business
it's
with
great.
Dina and
Yeah.
trying to get it. And it's exciting for us because we never have anyone come in there and not tell us
Right.
how beautiful it is and what a great job we've done. And we might close at 5 o'clock, but we don't stop there.
Right.
Me and her, we're finishing furniture in our garages, and we're bringing pieces up there. We're doing stuff at home. We're shopping. So it's a lot more hours than we're open on what we
But
put
we're having
into it.
fun, and
But we
we-
are having fun.
We hope to be there a
And-
long time.
Well, in this economy,
It's
that's-
what people need.
It is. It really is.
Well, there were people that came in at Christmas time, for instance, that with the economy, that were very happy to be able to get someone a Christmas present for under $10
Yeah.
and not having to spend $50. And I had one woman that came in, and she had lost her home, and she was living with some family, and she wanted to purchase something, didn't have a lot of money, and she found a unique Mexican pottery piece that had matched the set that her family, who let her live with them,
How
had,
about that?
Oh,
and
wow,
they didn't have
that's-
that piece. So she was all excited that she
Oh,
was
well,
able
that's
to purchase
cool.
that. And
Yeah.
it made me happy, and I told Dina the story, and it just makes you feel good because
Right.
you never know what you're going to find in there.
Yeah.
So the
That's for
prices
sure.
are really good.
Well, because we hand paint our bags also, we put the tissue paper in there, and they don't even have to go home and wrap it.
Yeah.
The gifts are there for baby showers and things like that, and we really only take nice stuff. So we want people to think that they're walking into a store. It's not a thrift store. It's not a thrift shop.
One final word before you wrap up, John. I think you've done great. What you've said, and you should offer, I think, some incentive to other people to take steps like you've taken.
Yeah.
Make some sacrifices. And the key thing I'm getting out of this, John, is you're excited about this business.
Very
And
excited.
Definitely.
excited about the customers.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
That's,
I think
that's highly
worth it.
unusual. I don't think I ever talked with anybody in a store as much as I did with you in years.
Well,
We
thank
like
you
to
both.
talk.
Yes, we do like to talk, and
Well, that's
we can't
good.
thank you enough, both of you. We really do appreciate you having us on.
Well,
Oh,
thanks.
it was a pleasure, and we
Okay.
wish you all
So
the
we're
best.
hoping that we're going to just be swamped with customers now.
Oh, they'll be
because we've
pouring
been on
in.
the big
They'll be
Bowie
pouring-
cable channel.
Thousands watch us, It's
Well, I'm sure. I watch you every week.
You're very entertaining.
well, thank you. See, they're just doing this to get us in the store, you know.
Yes, well, thanks again.
Absolutely.
I mean
We
that.
got to wrap up.
Okay, well, that's it, folks, for today. I hope you enjoyed our show. And these lovely ladies are a great example of the creativity that exists in our city. Look for us again next week, same time, same station, and good night, or good afternoon, as the case may be.